Hey, look, I just got a call from a friend of mine in Maine. You know, you know what's funny is, like, people assume that I don't know anybody. I have friends all over the world. Do you guys realize that in Scotland, there is a child named Colby Randall Gorman? He was named after me. They chose the name Randall because of me. I mean, they directly named that child after me and made it clear to me that they did. So anyway, I have friends all over the world. And, you know, I have been an internet personality for, I don't know, 20-something years. I mean, I have. From JTV to, you know, Facebook, of course, and Vaughn Live, and, you know, now TikTok, and all these, you know, obscure whatevers. And I have personally been an internet personality. I've given a lot of it up for individuals who told me that my internet personality, whatever, would never pay off, and I ain't shit. But yet I have thousands of people in my inbox constantly begging me to continue. Anyway, I have lived the last year and some odd months under a spell. You know, when you go 30 or some odd years without fucking or dating or being, you know, involved psychologically or emotionally with another human being, and then all of a sudden someone comes along and they're not just computer, they're physical, love bombs you. You know, you fall for their magic. I mean, or you don't. I mean, some people don't. Some people are cold enough to be able to be like, fuck you, and move on. But I fell for it. Fell for the whole thing. Fell for it. I embraced it. I allowed it. I accepted it. I pushed friends and family away to continue to embrace it. All that. And now, you know, here I am paying. I'm at the, let's put it like this. Say in the past we were in a restaurant and everybody ate, and I got stuck with the bill. Right now, I am at the cash register tallying up the bill, and I would like to say that it's pretty high. It's pretty high. I've lost, I don't know how many friends. I lost, you know, my streaming capabilities. I don't even own a computer anymore. I used to be, you know, I have my own show and all that shit. It's all gone now. All over chasing another human being. That human being wants nothing. Succubus. Like they came, they saw, they destroyed, they moved the fuck on. Like Europeans and, the United States against the Native Americans. They just came, they saw, they fucked shit up, and they moved the fuck on. And it's hard to accept this, especially with my natural personality being very aggressive. I won't say violent because I don't want to, put any red flags out there, but I do have a penchant for revenge. Ask Scrapper. Ask Carrie Goss. I'm telling you, I'm not one to just lay down. Yeah, here I am. Laying the fuck down. And all because I don't want to cause harm to one particular human being. When in all honesty, I should, tsunami her ass with, regret. I should flood her with vengeance and all that. But I won't. I can. I can make that happen. But I won't. I can. Oh, God, I even want to a point. But I have compassion for this individual. I know this individual is going through things and, she's not experiencing life on a great, grandiose scale. It's not like she's a millionaire and she's, shit sucks for her too. Life sucks, for her, for everyone involved. It just does. It is what it is. I do, and it is natural in me to want revenge. But I do not actually naturally want to see that individual suffer. I'd rather see that individual happy and healthy and good stuff. Now myself, I'm about to go into a rehab facility. I have no idea what kind. It could be ghetto, it could be... I have no idea what I'm getting myself into. I don't know, is this going to be 30 days and it's going to be reality. I have no idea. It's going to be, I'm fairly sure, aggressive. My natural worry is not about myself. It's not about me. I do not worry about me. In fact, if you guys only knew how much I would embrace death. You know, I could be sitting tied in a chair right now, dead across from a serial killer who has intentions on torturing and killing me, and I would thank them. I would be like, look, I don't care how you gotta go about it. I don't care how you torture me. Whatever, just make it end. Make it stop. That's who I am. But when it comes to her or you, I don't even know you. But when it comes to her or you, man, I'll fight. I will do whatever it takes to keep you from suffering. This is the difference between me and a lot of people nowadays is, everybody wants rights. Oh, I got the right to do this. I got the right to do that. Look, I don't care about none of that. I don't. I care about myself, not very much, but I do. And incredibly, I care about those that are in my mental peripheral. You know what I mean? Like sisters, dad, mom, her, people even in her environment. All these different aspects and people, flood my mind. And I want to protect everyone, but I can't. I'm barely 140 pounds anymore. I was once damn near 200, and I if you don't believe me, I weight bench, all that shit. I used to, bang, get it on, all that shit, and I've shrank, but I haven't shrank mentally, I'm just physically, and I'm not as, anyway, I love all of you, everyone, all of humanity, in fact, serial killers, everybody but child rapists and rapists. I love everyone. But I live in a reality where my phone never rings. The people that I love and swear to protect, I don't ever hear from them. They don't contact me. I don't exist. So, it's just a thing, Anyway, when it comes to Amanda, I will come out of any cocoon, any hiding spot that I exist in, whatever it may be, fast. And I will completely destroy and ruin my life to protect and save hers. There's just no... All they gotta do is ask. And I have nothing else. You know what I mean? Like, ask Carrie Goss. in 7th grade. She was dating this guy who was, I don't know, he was older than us, but he had a lowrider truck, and he had the little decals. I mean, it was a sweet truck, man. And he hit her. And my boy Jason Barlow was like her secondary boyfriend, I guess, And he was. I was very advanced for my age and hateful. And I went to his house in the middle of the night. I by the way, this is no crime because I've already exposed myself to him and made it whatever. But I went to his house with a ball bat and a can of spray paint, and I fucked his lowrider up and spray painted the shit out of it. I was 7th grade. All because he slapped her. I've been that way my entire life. I've been vindictive and ninja. Secret squirrel. I will sometimes fuck you up in ways that you don't see. You cannot even, what happened? Why? What? I'll find a way. I'm an evil bastard. I am. I don't have couth. I'm mean. I'm meticulous. And if you think that you're off the table, you're wrong. It's my nature. I went into that man's yard and I watched his window, his, front pane window, till everybody just went to sleep. And then I took my ball bat and, beat the shit out of his. And back then, the lowriders, lowrider trucks and cars, and design, all that. That was the shit, and I fucked his up. I broke fiberglass and all that shit. I fucked it up. Busted windshield. Busted headlights. I had no mercy. I fucked it up. And then I spray painted shit on the side of his car and all that. And then, you know what I did after that? Went to school. I went to school. Went ahead and walked the rest of the way to my junior high. And I went to school. I did shit like that all the fucking time, by the way. I was a very dangerous child. I had no couth. I was actually very notorious for being a cat burglar. I don't know if you know what that is, but those who do, I would literally come into your home in the middle of the night while you were dead asleep and rob you. Man, of course I didn't take your TV and shit like that, but I would creep into your room, slide like a snake across the floor, take your wallet out of your pocket, take your old lady's wallet out of her purse, all that. Rob you. I was good at it. In fact, my first charge, which started everything, They actually thought, when I confessed, that I was a part of a band of thieves. They had no idea it was just me, a 13-year-old kid, plotting, thinking, and watching, keeping tabs, and then, robbing people. I did that. I'm not proud of it, but, it's my history. It's what I did. I was good at it. I was good at it. I was good at it. I remember when I was forced to turn myself in, and I started confessing. I didn't confess to all of them because, I'm not dumb, but the one I did, and then they connected, because cops are cops, they connected the rest. And they were actually very surprised that it was a 13-year-old child, being that advanced criminally. How I got caught. My guys and I, we were we were at Kimmons Junior High, and we had our own little white gang, because we were surrounded by Laotians and black dudes, and man, we were some tough ass white kids, and we weren't sellout motherfuckers, you know what I mean? We didn't walk around talking about, hey cuz, and that wasn't us, you know what I mean? We're white dudes in a multicultural environment, and we weren't scared of any fucking body. Well, anyway, one day we were, and this dude is a good friend even to this day of mine. I'm a black dude, and he was a friend, and we were playing toss with him. It was like 7th, 8th grade. We were playing toss with dude, and my homeboy Steven didn't catch him, and he fell, and he hit his butt on the sidewalk. And he started, he didn't start crying or anything. He just, oh, fuck, ah. And we were all friends, you know what I mean? It was all friendly. It wasn't like it was a racial thing or nothing. It was just buddy shit. Because, dude, we all grew up in the same neighborhood. Anyway, we had already established this white gang, I guess, dirty white impersonators, based off the wrestlers, and we were even separate from the headbanger crowd. There was the hoods, I guess you'd call them. And anyway, as soon as he hit the ground, man, all the black kids just started. It was on, you know what I mean? So we were ready to fight because we wasn't punks, you know what I mean? That was the whole point of the thing. We ain't punks, and we're ready to fight. I even had a .25 automatic pistol in my locker. That's how I met my best friend. That's reality of junior high in those days. But anyway, so we're getting ready to fight, man. We are like, fuck. And the principal comes out and he's like, I'd like to take all you guys. So he pulls myself, 2 other people in my faction and a few black kids into the office. Well, they're talking, they're going through all the, regular shit that, and then all of a sudden the vice principal jumps up and he's like, I denounce you from your gang. I denounce you from your gang. And he looks at the black dudes and he's like, I denounce you from your gang. You are no longer a gang member, blah, blah, blah. And now keep this in mind. I was a bootlegger in junior high because I had a liquor store on Grand Avenue who would sell me alcohol. Anything I wanted. I wasn't even 13. I was 13, but I was like almost 14. Like I was young. Who would do that? But they did. And I had a fifth of vodka here and a fifth of some other here in this coat that looked like a puffy shoulder coat. And I had them in my my shoulders. Anyway, I cussed them motherfucker out. Fuck you, dude. You ain't taking me out of shit. Anyway, they called my mom and they were like, and my parents were like, we can't pick him up because we're doing this, that, and the other, and he's gonna have to walk home. So they sent me walking home, never realizing I had 2 pints in my shoulder. And I cussed him. I mean, when he said, I take y'all out of the game, I jumped up and was like, fuck you, bitch. You ain't taking me out of shit. I mean, I represented, and the black dudes that were in the room were just like, dude, shut up. We can get out of this. And I did not give a fuck. You know what I mean? Anyway, I started heading home. I stopped at the Easy Mart and I bought a can of cream soda. And I decided, fuck it, I'm gonna get drunk. So I started mixing it and drinking with the shit that was in my shoulder. I drank both by the time it was over. I mean, I went to a friend's house and, not is out of here, all kind of shit. Anyway, I ended up passing out on these railroad tracks by my home, behind an Easy Mart on 6th Street. I ended up passing out on these railroad tracks. And when I woke up, I was like, ugh. It was like 6 something. It was getting dark and shit. And I was only a couple blocks from my actual home. So I go there and my sister, I notice her in the den and I tap on the window and she's like, boy, are you in trouble? So I go in and man, was I in trouble. And see, what I had been doing was robbing all these houses and all these facilities and things, anything I could do. And I collected copper and jewelry in a Crown Royal bag. And my plan was when I turn 18, I'll be able to, profit. Well, my mom decided to check all these things in my room during the whole time that I was missing and found, my stack of dirty magazines, my guns. 13, I had guns. My empty whiskey bottles and such, my stolen jewelry, all these things. So she forced me to turn myself in. And I went in there, man, lined my motherfucking ass up. I kept talking about Prince. I kept talking about, everything but the truth. I gave them nothing. But the one thing that fucked me, they found my gang knowledge that was written out. My knowledge. And that fucked me. Because to this day, I am legally on the NCIC a insane shorty folk. It is what it is. I've advanced since then, but they don't even know that. But they found my knowledge. Pages and pages of knowledge. And they forced me to tell myself. So what I did was, and I told them, and it's not a lie, that I did everything for alcohol. I broke into all these houses and of course they found me drunk and all that shit, and there was no reason to doubt me. So at, I guess, 13, almost 14, I went into my first rehabilitation center for 6 months. That's where I met my first girlfriend. I didn't meet her there, but through the wire, I guess. Pen pal type shit. Yeah. So yeah, that's how it all began. That's how it all began. And when I was that age and before, I was notorious for watching and taking note of everything that my target did. When they left, when they were home, I would window peep. I paid attention to every detail. This one particular house I went into, doors unlocked. I went in, everything's quiet, it's all dark. I quietly went into the bedroom, got into the wallet, got everything that was necessary, got into the purse, got everything that was necessary. Went into the fridge, got everything I wanted. Something told me to go into this one particular room, and when I did and I turned on, this child, incredibly deformed, chud-like, raises up in this baby bed. And when I say this child was not normal, this child was not normal. Deformed. And on a fucking grand scale deformed. Raises up and yells, "Mommy, Daddy, Mommy, Daddy." When I turn the light, and it freaked me the fuck out. And I ran. And, anyway, that was the scariest situation I ever experienced. Being a cat burglar at 13. I was good at it though, I was really good at it. When I did get caught, when I turned myself in, and they put all the neighborhood crimes together and were able to pin them on me, the police were very shocked that it was a 12 to 13-year-old kid, because I stole cars and shit, like to carry TVs and all kind of stuff and guns, and I robbed those weren't many houses. I was good at what I did, and believe it or not, I made money. I had a market, They thought that that it was a professional burglary ring. Like a group of professionals because I would do shit like put duct tape on your back window, like duct tape the whole window and take a hammer, pop, 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 and just peel it off and climb through. That way your magnet alarm never separates. You know what I mean? And nobody hears the glass breaking, or I was very conscious of what I was doing. And that was way before the internet. I was just really good at being a criminal at a very young age. Anyway, it led me into a life of an institutional, being institutionalized. Because as I got caught and they started discovering more about me and my personality and that kind of thing, the more that they were like, oh, you're not fit for society. Like, you cannot, we can't let you, And juvenile up until an adult, they held me. I mean, off and on, but pretty much they held me. I regret all of it. I'm not proud of any of that shit. I don't walk around boasting that I used to be, a pro cat burglar at 13, that kind of shit. None of that. But truth is, I was good at it. I paid attention to every detail about every single thing that I encountered. Everything. I still do. I'm not as nefarious about it any longer. But people think they're playing with me. They think they're getting over on me. And the truth is, I'm allowing it. Out of sadness. It's out of sadness because I'm like, oh, that's what you're after. Oh, okay. Go get it. And I just let shit happen. But truth is, I see every fucking thing. I am an individual blessed with the ability to identify and see everything. Nothing escapes me. If you think it does, if you think that you got over on me, bless your heart. I let you. I've been a career criminal since I was a child. I am naturally gifted and good at what I do. I have an ability that is different than the majority you can even comprehend or understand. If I'm around you more than 24 hours or whatever, believe I'm paying attention to your tics, to your habits, everything. That's my story, I guess. That's part of it. You know, it's funny, my buddies used to say, "Oh, you're a window peeper, man, you're a pervert." It wasn't about perving. It was about paying attention to your habits, to your, how you go, how you come, everything. Like, that's how I was able to come into so many homes in the middle of the night, sometimes in the broad daylight, quietly, and nobody even know I was there. Do you know how many times I've been in a robbery that I were in the house while everyone in the house was active, but I found myself a spot, I hid, I stayed quiet, I waited quietly, and then bedtime come, and then like a ghost, I'm in your bedroom like a dark figure. I take your wallet, take your wife's wallet, go into your kid's room, I take piggy banks and all that shit. I am the Grinch. Because the crime that got me caught, I stole all their Christmas gifts. I did. Took all their Christmas gifts. Remember they had a dog. Rawr, 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 and I chased it under the bed. Rawr! Scared it, and I regret that. But I mean, I scared it right under the bed and punked that fucking dog right the fuck out. And it was a good sized dog too, but punked that bitch out. I'm not proud of that shit. I've already been convicted, so there's no, there's no coming at me with, any of that shit. But I've already paid my time. I've already done my time. Believe that. But that's my reality. That's who I was, That's how I grew up. I used to creep out of my backyard, go through the neighborhood, window peep, and watch. And not in a perverse way, but just watch. Like everyone's movement, their actions, and how they went about shit. And like I noted times and everything. I was good at what I did. And I was just a child. Imagine if I had never got caught. And I was still about that shit. Imagine who I'd be right now. Anyway. Love you all. Thanks for listening, and Gonzo out.